Salutations and good morrow, everyone, and welcome back to another grounded update video where today we're hopping in and answering another one of the community's awesome questions. And this time it came from Zachary Taylor. Said, hey Sim, do you plan to put out a video on what us non-PTS users need to supply up on for this update, or do any other community members have an input on that? Thanks and have a good day. Well, first of all, Zachary, thank you so much for your comment. And second of all, absolutely, let's go through and let's make an entire video going over what I believe you guys should grind out for this update before comes out of public test, because I have put some significant time into this update already, and I think I got a pretty good idea of what you guys could go through and start grinding out or doing right now to help you guys through for this update. So let's hop in, let's start talking about that. And the first thing I'm going to suggest that you guys go out and start doing immediately is start working on base defenses. Okay, base defenses are going to be a big one for this update, guys, because you have a lot of things that are going to start attacking your base. Ants, mosquitoes, bees, termites, ore weavers, all these different bugs are going to come to attack your base when you're least expecting it, after you have gone through and started doing some bug fighting in the backyard. So going out and setting up yourself a lot of spike traps around the base and roof of your bases will really help all of you guys defend from all of those different bugs. But make sure you give yourself a way to get up on top of your roof, because the last thing you want is a bee or a mosquito to come float to the top of your base and sit there and start wrecking your house from the top, and you can't get up there to get him off, to de-aggro him from the house, get him focused on you, and you start attacking him that way. Okay, I would hate to see you guys lose a lot of your base progress. Make sure that you have around those main foundations of your house, if you've built up into the air, make sure you have some main foundations on where you can go to get yourself some defenses around anything that could start attacking the base of your base, i.e. make yourself a couple of these awesome spike strips and put them all around the base of your bases. All right, let's hop over into resource grinding. Alright guys, so now we're going to be jumping over to the part of the video where we're going to talk about the grindy part of this update. What you guys should start gathering up right now to make this update go as smooth as possible for all of you guys, so you can get in and enjoy the update that much more without having to go, okay, well now I need to grind for 20 hours in order to get everything together. I'm not saying you actually need to grind for 20 hours in order to be able to play this update, but what I'm saying is go out and start getting some of this stuff, because it's going to help you guys just be more prepared for when the changes that happen to the armor and all the other systems in the game happen, that you're going to be more prepared for it. So let's start off with the first thing we're going to talk to you guys about, and that is grub hides. You're going to want to get probably better part of like 60 grub hides. I know that sounds like a lot, but you're going to be able to make smoothies, right? For one, because the grub goop is going to make it so you can make question mark smoothies, and those are a great way to heal yourself. And there's a lot of things in this game that want to hurt you, and now with you having to defend your base as well, you're going to have even more things that want to hurt you all the time. So you might as well make some smoothies. But on top of that is grub hides. And why do you need grub hides? Well, guess what? With grub hides now, when you research them, you unlock grub leather scraps. And what do you need grub leather scraps for? Well, you guys guessed it, grub leather plates that you use to upgrade your armor. Now, per every 2 grub hides, you're going to get 6 grub leather, or you're going to get 10 grub leather scraps. And with that, you could go through and make 5 grub leather plates for every 2 of them you can get. Now, why do I say to get so many? Well, think about it like this. Every update to armor, it goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 just to get it to level 5. Then once it's level 5, then you got to go through and start using berry leather plates. And if we look at berry leather plates, you're going to need berry leather scraps, which is made the same way that the grub hide scraps or grub leather scraps are made, by just taking berry leather and putting it into the grinder. So this is the second resource I'm going to tell you guys to start going out and getting, and that is berry leather. Get as much berry leather as you can. One of the things I can do to help you guys out a little bit is to tell you guys to get a drying rack. Make a couple of these guys if you can, because you're going to need to dry a lot of things in order to make all the parts you're going to require in order to make some of the upgrades in this game. So go through grub leather scraps, berry leather scraps, you're gonna need them. You go out and start getting the stuff to be able to make those, and obviously pupas as well. Go out and harvest as many pupas as you can. You're gonna need those leather plates. That's how you're gonna get your armor from level 8 or from level 7 to level 8 and level 9. So these are gonna be very expensive, but please be aware, every time you do an upgrade, it requires the previous leather plate as well in order to make. So if you think about it, by the time you get to pupa leather plates, 1 pupa leather plate is not only gonna require 2 pupa leather scraps and 1 bug goop, but it's also going to require everything you need to make 1 berry leather scrap and or one berry leather plate and everything you're going to need in order to make one grub hide plate. So it's a lot of grinding. If you guys look in here, you're going to need a lot of sap as well, sap, crude rope, because you're going to need sap to make not only this grub leather plate, but you're also going to need it in order to make the bug rubber that you need for the berry leather plates as well. So a lot of things you guys can go out, you can start grinding right now. Berry leather, bug rubber, going out, getting yourself sap, crude rope, pupa, and bug goop. All of those things are really going to help you guys be able to make the most armor upgrades whenever you get the actual update released out to everybody, because right now it is in public test build. But I will tell you guys that there is a chance that they're going to lower the requirements of the amount of materials it's going to take in order to make these plates. I don't know, maybe they change the amount it takes to level up each armor piece, but at the end of the day, armor upgrades are coming, and it's a lot of grinding out for all of you guys as well. Now, a couple other small things I would suggest that you guys go out and do is set up a couple pallets across the backyard that have some grass planks and some weed stems around them, i.e. some that are over here in this location, some that are down here, some that are in the sandbox, some that are over in the haze, and some that are over in the hedge. Because of the mixers that are over there, you're going to want to build some small bases around those to allow yourself to be able to take on those mixers with a little bit more confidence. Having some upgraded weapons is going to help. Now, don't go out and think you need to get all the burgle chips and all the story done, because the story ends up resetting. Only the story resets. All your progress with the story resets. All your bases and everything like that are all going to stay the same going into the update. But the story will reset because they've done a complete revamp of it, so be aware of that, because that is also coming. As per the creature cards, you guys don't really have to worry about the creature cards at all. The creature cards are something that you get from peeping after the update comes. There's no way you can really prep for this, so just be ready to go around and look at everything in the game. All the robots will respawn when the game updates, even if you've gone through and killed them all, but make sure, guys, you are peeping those robots before you kill them, including the assistant manager. If you kill the assistant manager before peeping him and you loot him before peeping him, you will not be able to get this card. So go out and do what you guys can to be able to get this card for yourself before you lose that availability. But really, guys, that's the biggest things for the update, right? I mean, if we want to talk about some of the other things, the map changes, the base defenses and stuff like that, I mean, we've already done that. Mixer, the wafter just takes some basic parts, so you don't really got to worry about that. Maybe make an arena for you to do some battles in, I guess, or maybe like put a base up in the middle of the pond, I guess, and then leave it out there for you to be able to do some battling on. I don't know how you guys want to rock that one, but that's up to you guys how you want to prep up a spot to be able to place a wafter. If you guys want to know what the wafter is all about, I made a video on that earlier. You guys can go check that one out as well. But all in all, that's the biggest things for this update. The new area that's up here, that's up in this upper grassland area that I call the jungle, is not quite done yet, so it's not really going to be a super bunch amount of help for you to go through and actually be able to do this yet, or go up there, or even really build anything to get up there, because that place is still in heavy development, so going up there isn't really that needed. But all in all, guys, that's a lot of what you guys are going to need, and practice almost everything you're going to need to be able to do this next update. Get yourself everything you're going to need to be able to run the story again. So, you know, a couple bombs, an axe, a shovel, all of that kind of stuff. Just the basic stuff you know you're going to need in order to run through all the different labs again, fin flops, a gill tube, all those things that you've done already, but you're going to need to go and do again. So, guys, that's pretty much everything. I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below. I really appreciate all of you guys' feedback that you guys have been giving lately. It's a huge help. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.